Have you ever wondered how to protect the digital world from malicious hackers? Well, welcome to the fascinating realm of ethical hacking. Picture yourself as a digital knight, wielding knowledge as your sword, safeguarding the vulnerable from unseen threats. The role of an ethical hacker is crucial in today's world, as they use their skills to identify and fix security breaches, ultimately protecting businesses and organizations. Throughout this video, we'll guide you through the steps to become an ethical hacker, touching on everything from understanding Linux and programming languages to exploring the dark web and mastering hacking tools. So, are you ready to dive into the world of ethical hacking? Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to launch your journey. First things first, let's tackle the basics. What exactly does an ethical hacker do? Now that's a question that may have crossed your mind. An ethical hacker, often described as the sheriff of the cyber world, uses their advanced computer knowledge to identify weaknesses in data computer security. They're the good guys, the white hats, who protect businesses and organizations from their dark counterparts, the malicious hackers. Now, you might think, why would I want to be an ethical hacker? What's the fun in that? Well, let me tell you, it's one thrilling ride. Imagine being the sentinel standing guard over valuable information, warding off attacks, and ensuring the safety of a virtual world. It's kind of like being a superhero, but with a keyboard instead of a cape. The beauty of becoming an ethical hacker lies in the fact that you use your skills for good, not evil. Ethical hackers are the ones who, instead of exploiting security vulnerabilities, work tirelessly to identify and fix them, keeping the cyber world safe and sound. It's a job of constant learning, evolving, and most importantly, making a difference. But remember, it's not all fun and games. Being an ethical hacker requires a deep understanding of the digital realm, a keen eye for detail, and an unwavering commitment to integrity. It's about using your powers for good and never crossing over to the dark side. So why become an ethical hacker? Because it's an opportunity to turn your passion for technology into a career that's rewarding, challenging, and exciting. Plus, you get to wear the white hat and save the day, every day. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. As an ethical hacker, your job is to protect, not to harm. Now that we understand the role of an ethical hacker, what do you need to know to become one? Well, the journey to becoming an ethical hacker is a lot like assembling a complex jigsaw puzzle. Each piece of knowledge and skill you acquire is a part of the larger picture. So let's dive into the pieces of our puzzle, shall we? First off, we have Linux. Think of Linux as your trusty Swiss Army knife. It's versatile, reliable, and a favorite tool among ethical hackers. Unraveling its intricacies will equip you with a powerful weapon in your hacking arsenal. Next up is programming. While there are many languages to learn, C holds a special place in the world of ethical hacking. It's like the Latin of programming, the foundation upon which many other languages are built. Mastering C will give you a deeper understanding of how systems operate and how to manipulate them. Then, there's networking. Imagine trying to navigate a city without understanding its road system. That's what hacking would be like without knowledge of networking. Understanding how data flows and how devices communicate is crucial to spotting vulnerabilities and protecting systems. Now let's talk about the dark web. It's like the secret underworld of the internet, a place where anonymity rules and illicit activities can thrive. But don't fret. As an ethical hacker, your role is to understand this realm, not to partake in its shady dealings. Cryptography, the art of writing and solving codes, is another essential skill. It's like being a modern-day Indiana Jones, deciphering ancient scripts. But in this case, it's encrypted data you're decoding. The concept of hacking itself, of course, is a must-know. It's about understanding how to find and exploit weaknesses in systems, kind of like a digital Sherlock Holmes. Lastly, we have vulnerability assessment and various hacking tools. These are like your high-tech gadgets and gizmos, helping you to identify weak spots and shore up defenses. A strong foundation in computer science is definitely beneficial. It provides the groundwork upon which all these other skills are built, much like a sturdy base for our jigsaw puzzle. Don't worry if all this sounds overwhelming. With dedication and the right resources, you can master these skills one by one. So you've got the skills. Now, how do you become an ethical hacker? Embarking on this journey starts with a solid foundation. A computer science degree is a great starting point, but not the only route. You could also consider relevant certifications like A+, Network Plus, or CCNA. These are not just fancy acronyms to flaunt on your resume, but stepping stones that build your knowledge and credibility. Now let's talk about practice. Picture yourself as a musician. The more you play, the better you get, right? It's the same with ethical hacking. Experimentation is your rehearsal room. Dive into controlled environments and test your skills. Break things, fix them, and learn from your mistakes. And then there are hacker communities. Like musicians jamming together, these communities are platforms for you to exchange ideas, learn from others, and stay updated on the latest trends and threats. It's like being in a band, but instead of playing instruments, you're playing with codes and firewalls. Remember, the journey of becoming an ethical hacker is not a sprint, but a marathon. It requires continuous learning and practice, but with passion and perseverance, you can make it happen. So there you have it. The steps to become a successful ethical hacker in 2024. We've covered the basics of ethical hacking, the necessary knowledge and skills, and the pathway to turning this into a career. You've got to understand Linux, programming languages like C, and concepts of networking, the dark web, and cryptography. Not to forget, master the art of vulnerability assessment and the tools of the trade. Practice, experiment, join hacker communities, and maybe kickstart your journey with a computer science degree or relevant certifications. Remember, the world needs more ethical hackers. So are you ready to step up and make a difference? The digital world awaits your protection.